And we're back. We have booted up the games and we are ready to go. This time Lasse is with us. It's his first time playing the game, so he actually have no idea what he's doing. But we're just gonna see what happens.
Yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. But yeah, we'll just take it step by step and we'll see what's going on.
Okay, so this time I have Station 1 and Station 3, and then ambulances from the outside. Fyodor has Station 2, along with the first responder, which is at home right now, and then fire from the outside, and Lasse has fire chief and the police.
And I also run the technical road service.
So now we just have to wait for fire or some other call to come in. And with those people who doesn't know, we have the fast response unit, full time. Then we have M1, the engine, tanker V1, ladder L1, and secondary engine TS1. Up here to the north on Station 3, we still have the tank engine and then the host tender. So we get the call in a forest fire, so Lasse will respond with the chief and I will respond with the fast response unit, engine and tanker. The full-time firefighters are getting to the vehicle.
We got the first police vehicle on the scene down here right now. Just taking a look at the area. And team leader Battalion Chief is going to be landing on the scene right now. So I'm just going to meet you up by the fast response unit.
Roger that.
You got an engine and a water tanker coming on as well, right?
Yep, that's confirmed.
And Benjamin, can you get those people evacuated from the nearby residents of the fire there? You see some people standing by the trash bins inside the park.
Sure thing. I'm just going to attack the fire with a single hose from the engine.
Yeah, that's perfect. I was thinking whether or not it would be suitable to attack from the tanker as well. Well, I see you're already doing that.
Just setting up the tanker for water supply.
Yeah, the water supply, okay. Just, that's fine.
And then I will use the spare personnel to cut down trees and stuff. Yeah, for this version we had a Danish guy create new sirens for us, and we also love them.
like it's pretty much under control. Just the trees there, and we're good to go.
Yeah, the billboard signs just burned out. So there's only the last tree left.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna send the police back home now. There's nothing more for them.
The engine is packing up and going over to the school to fill up on water.
Attention, traffic accident. Attention.
I'm gonna go dispatch to the traffic accident we got up on the highway right now. I'm gonna send up the police as well. So we're gonna need the engine. Go up there. You're not gonna need to fill it with water. That's fine.
It's Station 3's area, so they will just take the response along with the host center. It has Jaws of Life on it.
Obviously, perfect.
I'll be sending the ambulance down from Station 2. And I'll be sending some road service tow trucks.
So Les is just requesting the tow trucks with lights and sirens because they are in a highly trafficked area.
And we're on scene here. We got possibly 2 casualties and 2 vehicles, so we're gonna need vehicle extrication on 2 different vehicles right here.
Ambulance is on scene from Station 2.
Person trapped in the grey car to the back. Further, are you seeing that there are 3 involved vehicles?
Oh, yeah. Copy that. I'll send the last tow truck as well.
I'm just gonna take that back. And we're just filling up the water tanker with water so it's ready for the next call. You can answer in Danish. I'm sorry, I didn't see your message. But yeah, it's perfectly fine to write in Danish, but we will probably respond in English.
I'll be taking the patient to the hospital co-free.
And we're just packing and heading home again.
Yep, Station 3 returning. Alright, so now everybody from Station 1 is home, so we will just send them home to their private homes. And the same go for Station 3, we'll just send them home as well. What we're looking at right here is the industrial area in Agerskov. Like some of you might know, this map is put into 3 different cities. There's Agerskov, then there's Padby, and in the top we have Skovkøbing. So this is the industrial area for Station 1, and there's a lot of different factories, there's a lot of hazardous materials, like we have these bottles over here, and some tires, different things that can catch on fire and be a potential risk for the firefighters. The same goes for Station 2, we have this area over here, and back here, which are both also quite hazardous and can cause some larger fires. For Station 3 we don't really have any industrial areas, but we have these more farm, rural sceneries like these hay bales over here, or the farm here, which is kind of the normal calls for a station like Station 3. It's more of the rural feeling. And then somebody is asking when it's released, and there's no release date. We'll just... oh, we just got a fire, so we will just pitch in the firefighters. There's no release date at the moment. We are pretty much ready to release it, but there are still some few things left to do.
The first police unit is on the scene of the fire right now. As you've probably noticed, we got a person rescue at the ATM. Someone is down over there wounded, and we need to get him out of there right now so we can attend his wounds. We got the fire spreading towards the building site just north of the structure fire, so we got our hands full right now. But we'll probably manage.
What's happening on the medical side is the ambulance from Station 1 is going to take care of the patient once she's been rescued, and soon we'll have the ambulance from Station 2 arrive to go stand by in case more gets harmed.
we're just gonna dispatch Station 2 right now to the structure fire as well. We need the engine and the water tanker from up there.
Copy that, we'll have them in route shortly.
Remember that we have a secondary engine from Station 1. Alright, so we have the fast response unit taking care of the fire in the construction yard, and then we have Station 1's engine taking care of the building, along with some bushes around it. We're just gonna page in the rest of the firefighters on Station 1 just to be standby. And we're doing this while Station 2 is currently responding with the engine and the tanker to the fire. Right, so the fire in the construction yard is put out.
And if you can guide the Station 2 over on the main road side, we'll get them from both sides. That will be perfect.
Copy that.
Check whether people have been injured or fires have broken out.
Right there, so we'll dispatch Station 1, the remaining firefighters there, to the new fire in Station 2's area. Somebody's asking what map this is, and this is a brand new map that I created from scratch along with some friends, and this is supposed to resemble the feeling we want to get from Agerskov. So it's a total fictive map. We made it from scratch. We made all of it. Of course, we used some assets from different other modifications and stuff other people created, but we made all of it by ourselves. And we actually just completed it, I think, a couple of days ago or so. So it's brand new. So the engine from Station 1, secondary engine, is responding to the fire.
Station 2 has arrived and is attacking the fire. We could use some police down here to redirect the vehicles. They're creating quite a jam.
Yeah, no problem. I just called the patrol car over to you instead. And what's going on with the fire up in the middle of the map, the bleach line? What's going on there?
The engine just arrived up here on the top. We see a big fire spread, but we think we can handle it. We could use a tanker though.
Okay. How's the water tanker 1 from the other fire? Is it used or is it full?
It should be full.
Yeah, just go ahead and call that one. Station 2, you need to refill, right?
Negative.
Yep, tanker from Station 1 is currently responding to Station 2's area.
Station 2's is going to return to station and refill their tanks.
We're just going to send the chief unit up to the other fire just to see what's going on, as there was some assistance required.
Okay, report from the fire in Station 2's area. Fire is almost out. We have everything under control and can handle it by ourselves.
That's perfect. I'm just gonna head back to the station then.
Fire's out. We will go to Station 2, fill up the water tank, and then
Exploded
we will
gas
return.
pipe. Extinguish all
Or
fires
maybe not.
and if necessary, treat all casualties and take them away.
Okay, so it seems we have a larger industrial fire with gas explosions.
Station 2 were actually right beside it when it happened, so they're already on scene.
That's often, so you... We're just gonna have to keep a safe distance, because you can see there's some gas tanks in the area, and in case these blow up, we're not interested in having our firefighters injured.
Station 1 also just arrived on scene. Where do you want us?
Yeah, I just want you attacking from the street side, and just connect to the fire hydrants next to the battalion chief. Attack from the outside, inside towards the fire, and we're gonna need another engine coming in to cover from see the southwest side. There should be some tires and stuff in there. We could use an attack from in there.
Station 2 will be evacuating civilians from the area.
We're gonna have to dispatch the Danish Emergency Management Agency right now, the orange fire trucks, to come assist us, as it's quite a large industrial fire we have, so we're gonna need some assistance from the outside here. We're gonna have to maintain some sort of emergency preparedness, so we can't really empty the entire map of fire units. That's why we're gonna call in the support units from the DEMA.
Attention, traffic accident. Attend to all casualties and take them away.
As you can see, we just got a traffic accident as well in the middle of the fire here. So we got emergency units coming just from the right side over there, heading towards the fire, and we got a traffic accident as well.
I'll be dispatching the emergency first responder to the fire just in case someone is injured. And as we can see now, the Danish Emergency Management Agency is arriving on scene first with their communications wagon and followed up by their engine and their tanker.
So this is the communication vehicle, engine, tanker, and then lastly up here in the top where it's stuck, we have the last vehicle, which is a hose tender. Okay, so the fire's actually out down here right now. So we just pack up and return to station.
We got the police battalion chief heading up towards the traffic accident now.
Traffic accident is almost clear. We just need some tow trucks. Thank you for following.
Lightning strike. Check whether people have been injured or fires have broken out.
And those DEMA vehicles we just call them the orange assistance fire trucks, yeah, we better not send them too far away because we're gonna need them now. So we're gonna dispatch pretty much all of the available units we have up towards the fire in the haystacks up there because those are gonna spread and those are gonna be pretty long burning. So we better get at it. You can forget.
Okay, so somebody just donated to us. Wow. People don't have to donate to us. We enabled the option because if people enjoy what we're doing, you should be able to do donate to us. But everything we do is for free. No worries about that. Everything will be free and free to use. But we promise that if you donate anything, we will use the money on pizza and Coca-Cola.
What is this here?
Somebody just told us that Dima actually is having an open house next week if somebody's interested in watching them. So we're just gonna set up this host tender and make water supply for one of the engines. So look right here, we have the host tender connecting up to the engine right here. So that should have unlimited water now. Okay, so here we have the hose tender from Dima. And if Fyodor drives down to the water next to the hose tender from Skovkøbing. Okay, so now we also have a pump from Dima set up, and now we can take hoses from that and connect to some of the fire trucks, and then we have unlimited water supply. And as you see, there's now unlimited water to the engine, so now it has all the water it wants.
And as you're probably wondering why we're not selling any more systems, it's pretty much a tactical move. We got no people in danger, and it's not really going to spread any further towards any buildings or anything, so it's just these piles of hay just burning out. We're going to keep those people on the side already just cooling it down, but we're not going to, well, destroy the rest of the preparedness for the map, because the odds are just saying that we might get something else somewhere, so we need some vehicles available.
So now we just basically have a big hay fire, and we cannot really do much about it other than just cooling it down, make sure it doesn't spread.
So right now we have another shipment from the Danish Emergency Management Agency arriving. That is their rescue truck and a dub cab, where the rescue truck will be giving some light. It's actually early morning now, so they're a bit late on it, but we're going to showcase it anyways. So what's happened now up by the regular engine is that the regular firefighters have been taking off the engine as they need to relax, and because they had quite a long turn on it now, so the conscript firefighters from the DEMA has taken over the hoses on there. In short terms, Benjamin did a tremendous overkill on the fire. So, as you can see, as Benjamin is zooming in on now, we got the communications wagon from the Danish Emergency Management Agency. And one of the things we have planned with this one is that as of right now, the fire chief, for example, he can call in the DEMA and he can call in a other city fire department called Skiphus, you will know from the airport modification. And the police chief in the near future will be able to call in more police units and the Danish Home Guard, or National Guard. And what we want to do with this is when you put them all together in the communications truck from DEMA, you will get a whole line of menu where you can pick from all of these options instead of having to go to each individual person to get these options. You will have them all collected in one board when you choose the communication wagon, and they're in there, sort of to give it more purpose than just looking nice and being there. So what's happening in the background currently is that Benjamin and Lasse is working on doing some modification while I've been put in charge of supervising this exciting hayfire. I am tremendously happy that they trust this great responsibility to me. As part of tonight's action, you will see that we'll have put down in the bottom right corner a timer on how much time we've been doing this hayfire. So, while the other guys are working on the other modification, where parts of it may be showcased tomorrow, won't spoil it all tonight, you can all ask questions to me and I'll try and answer them to the best of my abilities while we try to put this hayfire out together.
Okay, as you guys do not see right now, we're currently sitting and looking at a new model Lassie has created for Realism Modification. It's awesome as fuck. It just looks amazing. But we will probably showcase it later. Og hej til IDG9. And yeah, Firefighter 6112. Some tricky will need to be made before this fire is realistic. Actually, it's quite realistic when it comes to actually fighting the fire in real life. Personally, I've been spending a lot of nights and hours standing on fires at this size, just trying to put them out. Actually, a long time with Dina and the local fire departments. So real life, it's pretty realistic, but unfortunately, from a gameplay perspective, it will not work.
So what actually happened here with the hay fire is that myself and Benjamin, we were testing this one night, and we spent around 2 minutes putting it out, and we've both been to these kind of fires in real life and spent night and days on it, and we agreed now that's a bit too fast. So Benjamin, he did a bit of an overkill, and he selected every single fire object in the haystack to have the same burn time as a large house. Now that's fine and all, but it's not really going to get put out with, I don't know, 5 or 6 hoses. So we're in for quite the night here.
I can only confirm that everything Theodore is telling you at the moment is completely true. I have set every single hay bale as a large house.
Everything is true. You heard it here first. Yeah, as Firefighter is saying, the time on this is actually quite realistic itself, but we need to evaluate if it's fun as well, because then again it is a game, and these fires can take actual days in real life. Trust me, I've been there. And we can't really have that in a game. I mean, no one's gonna sit around for 3 days watching hay burn. So we need to find sort of a middle road to where it takes the time you need to feel for it to actually be sort of realistic, but it still needs to be fun. Because when you have a fire this large burning, you're not going to get any other call-outs. So if you look at our timer on the bottom right, you'll see we're almost on 30 minutes on this exact fire now, and it's really going to start getting boring after 30 minutes. So we might need to tweak it to be a bit shorter, because right now it's for sure it's taking way too long. But then again, it's still on alpha, it's not coming out yet, so we're still working on different sort of things. So what's happening in the background right now is that Lasse and Benjamin, they're working on the call-out menu for the Onsa modification, while I am supervising the hay fire, making sure it's still nothing's happening. And yeah, I'm not part of the fun with the Realism modification yet. But sometime tomorrow, we should be able to showcase something from the Realism modifications. So you got that to look forward to. And if you have any suggestions for it, I am sure Shady Lasse would love to hear it. So you can just post those in the comments.
So what is going to happen right now is that Theodore is going to call in Skipper's fire department. It's the neighboring system responding from the south to assist us with more personnel on this fire because it's been so long. So Theodore is going to take the fire chief and he's going to call Skipper's fire with the engine indicator.
Yeah, so what's happening now is that Benjamin just told me that I'm going to do this. And I am. So Skipper's, some of you might know from the airport modification, it's not a real fire department, it's just a fire department that sort of represents most fire departments in Denmark, and we just felt like we could put it in every single mod as a outside fire department. So it is a very large city apparently, because it covers everywhere from the Copenhagen airport to this Jutland area. That doesn't really exist either.
And that is actually the case for the entire modification. None of the fire departments here are actually real life, except for Dima of course, but all the fire departments are fictional and just made to represent our normal things fire station. Well, of course, the company Falk right here exists, and they're about 1/3 of all fire personnel in Denmark. It's very normal for these rural areas to have Falk fire departments throughout the fire patch. And that's just what we're trying to create.
So what's happening now is I called in the Dimas mobile rescue station. There isn't really any specific reason behind it. We're going to say that it's because they've been doing this for a long time now and they need a place to rest and some rehabilitation. In reality, it's just to showcase another vehicle that we're working on, because we're going to have a mobile rescue station, sort of the one you see in, for example, the Los Angeles modification. You have one as well. And the way it functions is you have a larger truck that sets up a tent where you can put some emergency doctors and some ambulance personnel inside, and then you can load up a ton of patients into that, and they will start treating them, and then you can start off taking them out when you get available ambulances for it. We don't have the tent ready yet, but we got the scripts for it ready, so it will be featured in the first edition when we decide to put out the modification. And it's going to be very useful for some of the larger incidents we're going to have here. I'm not going to say what kind of incidents they are, but we're going to have some really special ones.
I love trains.
Shh.
Okay, so right now, Skipper's fire department is just rolling into the scene. And they have brought their engine and the tanker.
So now we have the Dima arriving with the rescue station. And
I think they might hit a cat.
personnel carrier.
I think they just hit a cat.
So while it doesn't have a function just yet, it'd be nice to showcase, and you can sort of get the idea on how it's going to look once it's ready. I'm sure that most of you already know the function of it from other modifications that have the same concept, but we're going to have a lot of different kinds of incidents that require this sort of platform to work from, because you have a very limited amount of ambulances. You only have 2 ambulances on the map, and then you have a few off map, but they take quite a while to get there. And you actually only have 1 emergency doctor, so this is going to play a huge part in larger incidents. So what's happening now is I'm paging back Station 2. They've had a day off now where they haven't really done anything. But I've seen that we spent almost 40 minutes on this fire now. I'm starting to think that we might actually need just about what we got on map. So they'll be arriving with a engine and a tank as well soon. So in game time, we're actually entering day 2 of trying to put out this fire. And we just sat down with the team and agreed that once we reach 1 hour on this fire, we're going to say no and just end the madness. Benjamin is just nervously laughing now because there's just no turning back. We hit the point of no return on this one. If you guys have any questions, make sure to post them. Hello, Dustin GmbH. This is the alpha version of the new Agerskov modification that we're working on the team. Tonight we're just showcasing some of the features, but we've been stuck on a hayfire for quite a while now, which showed us that we need to turn down the charm on that one. But welcome to the stream. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. What you're seeing right now is a mix of the emergency management vehicles, those are the orange one, and the regular city firefighter vehicles, those are the red ones. So again, what's happening right now is that Lasse is working very hard for the first time in a long time on Unser modification. Well, actually right now he's just playing around with audio files. Benjamin is nervously staring at me and eating candy, and I'm trying to do a controlled burn down on this hayfire. So far we're just about 31 minutes in. No, 51, sorry. 51 minutes in, and the action is just never ending in Agerskov.
JK Skipper, to answer your question, the reason is that we do not really want to live stream anymore tonight. We're just going to work on Unsamot, and we're doing that behind the scene right now. So we're just letting this live stream run in the background for us. Actually, we will be available on Discord. We will answer there. We will be able to chat with you guys both on text and vocally. And both Danish and English, whatever people want. So if you want to discuss anything about any of the modifications, you can do it right there. So we're just gonna wait another 3 minutes. Then we have been working on this fire for an hour, and then we're just gonna say thank you for tonight on the live stream, and we will be able to be contacted on Discord.
Yeah, Schultz, we have thought about updating CPH Airport, and it's definitely on our schedule at some point. Problem is that all of us are very busy right now. I just been conscripted for Dima. Benjamin is working on becoming a engineer, and Lasse just got accepted into the police academy. So we are all very busy with our personal life, and that doesn't really leave enough room to start reworking an entire modification. So our goal right now is to finish this and to get a lot of work done on Odense modification, and hopefully at some point finish that, and then we'll just have to see what we got to work with at that time. Maybe it's a bit maybe. It's not out of the question.
And then there's another thing. I'm also working on another project, Project Big Apple, as some of you might know. I'm one of the main scripters for that modification. So after I'm done with this and Unsamot, that is probably where my attention will go, because I do not have the time to complete several mods at once. So I'm just trying to get them out there so people can try them and play them. I'm sorry if we missed your questions, Alex. Where have you asked? Where have you said? Where have you put them? We have not seen them. I'm sorry if we missed something. Okay, so now we've been working on this fire for about an hour now, and there's no sign of it stopping anytime soon. So I think we're gonna say thank you for tonight. We're gonna stop this live stream. Like we said, we will be available on Discord. We will be available on Facebook, and you can just write to us or talk to us. We will answer your questions. We will continue working for a couple of hours on Unsamot behind the scenes. So catch us there. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.